last week. Obviously, a big win for you guys, now 5 in a row. Just how are you looking to keep that momentum rolling into this last 3 weeks of the regular season?
Yeah, so hopefully the kids kind of continue to buy in and work hard like they have been, and then just take it day by day and try to have a good plan for Tuesday practice and just have to put your best foot forward.
Another game over 40 points last week for your offense. Just what have you seen out of those special players on your offense that they're bringing new things every week?
Yeah, we have a lot of dynamic kids. Drevin Seaman getting things going. He had a kickoff return for a touchdown as well. And he's an amazing young man to coach and to be around. And then you've got Mark Hajicek, who's a really good player. Stephen Gibson, who's a really good player. Jack Bauer, who's a really good player. Tom Isaac Johnson, who's a really good player. The list goes on. And then Cooper Myers got in the end zone 2 times last week as well. And then, of course, our 2 quarterbacks that are playing really well.
On the defensive side of the ball, only giving up 13 points last week. Just what are you seeing out of your defense right now?
They're swarming to the ball. Week 1, I thought we did a poor job of running our feet after contact was made. And, Coach Smith does a great job with those guys and getting them ready week in and week out. I knew he had a really good plan going into this week, kind of talked to him just briefly beforehand. Good thing about having a guy like Ethan over there is I can kind of leave that side alone, and I don't have to really worry about it so much. But we check in every now and then. Hey, what are you thinking? And he was pretty confident going in. Knows his kids are playing really hard for him, and it showed on Friday.
With 5 straight wins and obviously 3 more weeks left until the playoffs, just what are you doing to make sure that you guys stay on this pace going into the playoffs?
Well, one thing, we've been really fortunate with injuries to, kind of be healthy week in and week out. And I think it's important that, we stay injury free. I think we do a really good job of practicing with good tempo and with a good pace and keeping our kids healthy and safe. So that's going to be important going forward is keeping the depth where we have it. And then hopefully we're just a step better every single week. I think we had our best 3 weeks of practice back to back to back coming into this week. And I'm hoping this week will be more of the same.
Leading up to this Friday, you have Battle this week. They haven't had a great start to the season, but obviously crosstown matchups are always big. Just what are you expecting to see this week?
They have a ton of firepower offensively and can put up a lot of points. Seems like they've lost several close games. You look back to their one blowout that they got beat with Elias. They actually had the lead in the third quarter of that game. Against a good quality opponent. They're a good football team that hasn't probably played a full 4-quarter game yet, as well as they'd like to. And I know, they're gonna be ready for us on Friday, and we're gonna have to play a good game to beat them. I know they're gonna move the football and do things really well, and so we've got to play a little bit cleaner and hopefully be a little bit sharper than we've been. I feel like we've left points out there every single week, and too many penalties, too many mistakes that bring back big plays. We can't have that happen this week if we're going to beat them.
Jonah Dubinsky was just talking about kind of the culture that he's kind of instilled since he's started at Battle. Just what have you seen out of his coaching style?
Well, I think his kids really play hard for him. I think he's got a lot of energy on the sideline. They seem like they're celebrating, the success of each play, and that's important whenever you see, teammates helping each other up and stuff like that. They're a good group of kids, and he's done a really good job with them. And I know that their record's not quite where they want to be, but typically you see a team that's a 2-win team late in the year, and they don't have that same energy and effort that they had maybe week 1, but you don't see that drop off with these guys. They're playing just as hard as they were then. That's a sign of a good coaching, product and good kids, high character kids.
After Battle, you have Hickman, so just back-to-back crosstown matchups coming up. Just what's the energy like for your guys leading up to both of these games?
Well, I know our kids are really excited about the opportunity to, finish the CMAC out undefeated. That all starts right here with Battle. We haven't really thought much ahead with Hickman. That game, whenever that gets here, that'll be a fun week as well. But this week is really important to us on, trying to improve and trying to be just a little bit better for, the home stretch. This is all fun and all that kind of stuff, but you want to be your best, come week 10. And we know we have work to do to get to where we need to be.
Any key things that you're honing in on leading up to week 10?
I want to take care of the ball better. We've turned the ball over every single game. We had a fumble that went through the back of the end zone this past week that took points off the board. Just trying to play a little bit cleaner, and that's going to be part of our focus in practice. Ball control, ball security, making good decisions with the ball, and if we can clean some of those things up and get out of the game with less penalty yardage, it should be good for us.